The courtroom is packed. Cameras click. The air feels heavy, like everyone knows something terrible is about to unfold. Kody Brown sits at the defendant's table, staring blankly at the polished wood in front of him. Robyn's eyes are red, trembling, clutching a tissue in both hands. Christine, Janelle, and Mary sit together, united for the first time in years. The judge's gavel slams down. The echo shakes the room. This court is now in session. Brown family versus Kody Brown. And just like that, everything changes. The courtroom is silent, deadly silent. Not the kind of silence that feels peaceful, but the kind that makes your heartbeat echo in your ears. The kind that means something big, something dangerous is about to happen. Kody Brown sits there, eyes low, his fingers nervously drumming on the table. His usual confident smirk, gone. His hair, once neatly tied back, now falls loosely around his face. The weight of everything he's done, or everything he's accused of, hangs heavy on his shoulders. Across the room, Robyn dabs her eyes with a trembling hand. Her mascara streaks down her cheeks. She looks terrified, glancing at Kody like she's silently begging him to say something, to fix it, to make it all go away. Christine, Janelle, and Mary sit together for the first time in years. No smiles, no fake warmth. Just three women, united by pain, united by the truth that's finally about to surface. The judge adjusts his glasses, looking over the crowd. The cameras flash. Every reporter knows this isn't just another reality show scandal. This is the moment that the perfect sister-wives illusion shatters. The gavel hits. Bang! This court is now in session. Brown family versus Kody Brown. A collective gasp. The crowd murmurs. Christine closes her eyes for a moment, exhaling like she's been holding her breath for years. Christine stands. She's shaking, but her eyes are fierce. For years, she begins softly. We were told to stay silent, that what happened in our home should never leave our home. She glances toward Robyn. But silence broke us. Silence killed the love we once had. And silence is why we're here today. Her words hang in the air like smoke. Robyn swallows hard, turning her face away. Kody keeps his gaze fixed on the table. Christine steps closer to the judge's bench. I'm not here to destroy anyone, she says, her voice cracking. I'm here because we already destroyed ourselves. Gasps ripple through the crowd. The judge leans forward slightly. Mrs. Brown, are you making a formal accusation? Christine nods. Yes, Your Honor. Against Kody Brown. Robyn's hand flies to her mouth. The sound of her sobbing fills the room. She's in the kitchen, alone. Late night. The house dark, except for a dim light over the sink. She's holding her wedding photo in one hand, tears dripping onto the glass. In the background, Kody's voice echoes from another room, arguing with someone. Probably Robyn. She whispers to herself, this isn't love anymore. The photo frame cracks in her hand as she grips it tighter. That's the night she decided to leave. The sound fades back to the present courtroom, her voice trembling. This isn't about a marriage gone bad, Christine says. This is about manipulation, control, and the truth we were all too afraid to speak. The judge tilts his head. And you believe Mr. Brown intentionally caused harm? Christine's eyes glisten. He broke us down, piece by piece. Told us we were nothing without him. And when we tried to stand up, he called us disloyal. She pauses, glancing at Janelle, who nods silently. He wanted power, not love. The lawyer rises, his voice calm but sharp. Your Honor, with your permission, I'd like to present Exhibit A. He sets a thick folder on the desk in front of the court clerk. Financial transfers, he continues, linked directly to Mr. Brown's private accounts, funds that were supposed to support the entire family. The crowd stirs again. Reporters whisper, pens flying. Christine's lips tremble as the documents are displayed on the monitor. Each transaction, each withdrawal, proof that Kody had been hiding money. Kody finally speaks, his voice cold and sharp. That's a lie. I did what I had to do to protect my family from what? Christine cuts in. From us knowing the truth? His eyes narrow. You don't understand what it's like to carry everything on your back. Christine shakes her head slowly. No, Kody. You made sure none of us could carry anything at all. The courtroom doors creak open. Everyone turns. The sound of heels clicking against the marble floor fills the space. Mary Brown walks in, slowly, holding something close to her chest. A small leather-bound journal. Robyn gasps audibly. Her face drains of color. Kody freezes, his mouth slightly open. Christine's eyes widen in disbelief. She actually brought it, she whispers. The judge frowns. Mrs. Brown, are you a witness in this case? Mary steps forward, her voice steady. Not yet, Your Honor. But I have something that might change everything. She places the journal on the bench. The sound echoes louder than expected. Kody's lawyer immediately objects, but the judge silences him. We'll hear her, he says firmly. The courtroom holds its breath as Mary opens the journal. Inside, pages of handwritten notes, dates, and conversations. The private thoughts of a woman who saw everything but said nothing. Her voice quivers. I kept this because I needed to remember what was real. Because after a while, Kody's truth became louder than ours. She turns a page, her eyes wet. There are things in here that will prove what we endured wasn't just emotional, it was deliberate. Kody slams his hand on the table. That's enough. The outburst echoes. The judge bangs his gavel. Mr. Brown, you'll control yourself or be held in contempt. The entire room erupts in murmurs. Cameras flash again. Robyn is crying, shaking her head. Christine leans forward, tears in her eyes, but fire in her heart. Mary's voice breaks as she looks straight at Kody. You told us to trust you, to follow you. But you used that trust to build a world where only you mattered. She closes the journal softly. And I think it's time the world knows the truth. The judge clears his throat. This journal will be reviewed as evidence. Court is adjourned until tomorrow. But even as everyone stands, no one moves. Christine wipes her tears, whispering to Janelle, he's not getting away this time. Robyn clings to Kody's arm, whispering something frantically in his ear. His eyes dart between his ex-wives, his mind clearly spiraling. He knows. Whatever is in that journal could destroy him. Outside, the reporters swarm. Microphones in faces, flashes blinding. One reporter shouts, Christine, do you believe Kody deserves jail time? Christine stops at the courthouse door, turns slowly and says, I believe in justice. The kind that doesn't care who you once were on TV. The camera zooms in as she walks away, leaving Kody and Robyn behind in the chaos. The courthouse steps are crowded. Reporters swarm like bees, microphones clashing, flashes blinding. But Christine doesn't say another word. She walks past them, calm but burning inside. Mary stands a few steps behind, clutching that leather-bound journal as if it's her lifeline. The pages inside aren't just ink and paper, they're scars. Kody and Robyn leave through the side door, their faces hidden behind sunglasses. But everyone sees it, fear. Not the fear of losing fame, the fear of truth finally catching up. Night falls. The courthouse lights dim. But inside, one room stays lit. Christine, Janelle, and Mary sit together at a small table, the journal between them. Christine breaks the silence first. Do you really think it's enough? Mary sighs. It's more than enough. You'll see. Her voice is calm, but her hands shake. She opens the journal slowly, revealing pages filled with tiny, neat handwriting. Words written in the moments no one else saw. Because sometimes the real evidence isn't what's filed in court, it's what's written when no one's watching. Flashback. 2015. Mary's voice narrates softly as the screen fades into memory. Kody stands in the living room, pacing back and forth. Robyn is sitting on the couch, tears glistening, while Christine and Janelle watch from the corner. I'm doing what's best for this family, Kody says, his tone sharp. Mary's voice trembles. But you're choosing her, Kody. You're not just marrying Robyn, you're replacing us. He stops, looks at her with cold eyes. If you can't be supportive, maybe you shouldn't be here. The camera pans to Christine, her expression hollow, her spirit breaking a little more with each word. Mary writes later that night, He used to be our protector. Now he's the reason we all need protecting. The flashback fades. Back in the present, the courtroom reconvenes the next morning. The judge enters. The room buzzes with tension. Mary stands again, journal in hand. Your Honor, she begins. These entries were written over the course of 7 years. They document incidents that shape the truth we've been too afraid to share. Kody's lawyer stands. Objection. This is emotional manipulation, not evidence. The judge looks sternly at him. Mr. Brown's behavior is under question. The court will allow the witness to proceed. Mary nods, flipping open to the first page. Her voice trembles as she reads. Robyn told us once that Kody said love shouldn't be equal, that it should be earned. Every day, he made us prove we were worthy. But no matter how much we gave, Robyn always got more. The courtroom murmurs. Robyn's eyes dart toward Kody, silently pleading. Mary turns another page. There were nights Christine cried herself to sleep because she hadn't seen Kody in weeks. Janelle stopped speaking at dinner. And me? I stopped believing I mattered. Christine wipes her tears, her hands trembling. You kept all that? She whispers. Mary nods softly. Every word. Kody slams his hands against the table. You think this makes you a hero? You think this changes anything? The judge bangs the gavel. Mr. Brown, control yourself. The tension is unbearable. Even the air feels heavier. Christine stands slowly, looking directly at Kody. You always said family was everything. But you forgot one thing, Kody. Family remembers. The courtroom falls into silence again. Robyn suddenly bursts into tears. Stop this. Please stop this, she cries out. You don't understand what it's like to be blamed for everything. The judge looks to her. Mrs. Brown, if you'd like to make a statement, you'll have your chance. But she's already trembling uncontrollably. You all think I destroyed this family, but Kody told me they hated me before I even arrived. Her words echo in the room like a confession. The lawyer rushes to calm her, but the damage is done. The headlines will write themselves. Robyn Brown breaks down in court. Kody leans toward her, whispering something under his breath. Too low for anyone else to hear. But Mary notices, Christine notices. The look on Robyn's face changes, from panic to guilt. Later that day, the judge calls for a recess. Christine steps outside for air, her voice soft in the narration. I used to think love meant forgiveness. But sometimes, forgiving someone means letting them face what they've done. The sky is gray, heavy with clouds. Janelle joins her, holding a cup of coffee. You did good in there, she says. Christine sighs. It doesn't feel good. Janelle smiles sadly. Justice never does. But it feels right. They share a quiet moment, the kind of peace they never had when Kody was around. Then suddenly, a car door slams in the distance. Kody. He's storming toward them, anger burning in his eyes. You think this is justice? He spits. You're ruining me. My kids are seeing this, our lives, on every screen. Christine doesn't flinch. You did that, Kody. Not us. He glares, steps closer. You're enjoying this, aren't you? Her eyes narrow. No, but I'm done being afraid. Security intervenes, pulling Kody back. The look on his face as he's led away isn't anger anymore. It's fear. Because for the first time, Kody Brown is losing control. Back inside, the judge announces a surprise. Mary will continue reading the next section of her journal under oath. Mary's hands tremble as she flips to a page marked with a folded corner. She hesitates. Take your time. The judge says kindly. She swallows hard and begins. March 12th. Robyn came to me crying. She said Kody told her to convince the rest of us to follow the vision. But the vision wasn't about faith. It was about power. He said, if they don't obey, make them feel guilty. The crowd gasps again. Kody shouts, that's a lie. The judge slams the gavel. One more outburst, and I'll clear the courtroom. Mary continues. Robyn didn't want to at first. She was scared. But over time, she became his voice. Christine whispers, so it wasn't all her fault. Mary nods. No. But she played her part. The entire courtroom feels like it's holding its breath. The tension is suffocating. Then Mary turns to the judge. There's one more entry you should hear. The one that made me finally leave? She flips to the last page. Her voice cracks. He told me love was a privilege. That I should be grateful for what I got. That if I ever turned against him, he'd make sure no one believed me. The courtroom is silent. Even Kody can't speak. His eyes glisten, not from guilt, but from realizing his mask is slipping. Mary closes the journal and whispers, and that's when I stopped being his wife and started being free. The judge exhales deeply. This court will recess until tomorrow. The journal will be entered as official evidence. Mary walks past Kody on her way out. He doesn't look at her, but Robyn does. Her eyes are filled with confusion. Maybe guilt, maybe fear. Outside, Christine hugs Mary tightly. You did it, she says. Mary nods. No, we did it. The camera pans out. The courthouse glowing under the evening sun. Voices overlap in whispers, the sound of justice stirring beneath years of pain. Morning light spills across the courthouse steps, glinting off the glass doors like a spotlight waiting for the next act to begin. Inside, the energy feels different. There's a heaviness in the air, but also curiosity. Everyone knows something is coming. Something that could turn this case upside down. Christine sits beside Janelle, her hands clasped tightly in her lap. She hasn't slept. Mary looks drained but resolute. Robyn sits alone at the far end of the bench, avoiding everyone's gaze. And Kody just stares at the empty witness stand, his jaw locked tight, like he already knows who's about to take that seat. The bailiff calls the courtroom to order. The judge enters. All rise. Once everyone sits, the judge adjusts his glasses. Before we begin today's proceedings, the court has received notice of a surprise witness requested by the prosecution. Their testimony has been cleared as relevant and admissible. Kody's lawyer stands immediately. Your Honor, we object. The judge cuts him off. Objection overruled. Let's proceed. The door opens. And in walks Logan Brown. A ripple of shock sweeps through the courtroom. Christine gasps, covering her mouth. Janelle's eyes fill with tears. Kody's body stiffens. Like his own son, walking into the room is a personal betrayal. Logan walks confidently to the stand. His expression is calm but heavy, like he's been carrying this weight for years. He raises his hand, takes the oath, and sits down. The prosecutor steps forward. Please state your name for the record. Logan Taylor Brown. And your relationship to the defendant? He's my father. Gasps. Kody looks away, his knuckles white as he grips the edge of the table. Mr. Brown, the prosecutor continues, why have you chosen to testify today? Logan hesitates, glancing at his mothers, Christine, Janelle, Mary, all watching him with quiet hope. Then he turns toward his father. Because I can't keep pretending anymore, he says. The room goes silent. He continues, his voice steady but emotional. I grew up believing our family was built on love, on unity. But that wasn't the truth. The truth is, we were built on control. Robyn's eyes widen. Kody shakes his head. Logan, don't do this, he mutters. But Logan presses on. Dad didn't just want a family. He wanted followers. We couldn't question him. And when Mom, Christine, started standing up for herself, he called her disloyal. When Mary spoke up, he punished her with silence. And when Janelle tried to mediate, he made her feel invisible. Christine's tears fall freely. Janelle looks down, her lips pressed tightly together. Even Mary, strong, steady Mary, lets out a quiet sob. The prosecutor nods. Did you ever witness any specific incidents where Mr. Brown used manipulation or threats within the household? Logan nods. Yes, too many to count. But one stands out. He takes a shaky breath. It was the night after Mom left. He told me she'd destroyed the family, that she'd broken his heart. He said if I supported her, I was betraying him. He told me to choose wisely. Logan swallows hard. I was 19. And I believed him. I didn't talk to my mom for months. Christine closes her eyes, tears streaming silently. Kody's lips quiver. He's not angry anymore. He's broken. The lawyer for the defense rises. Mr. Brown, isn't it true that your father worked tirelessly to support all his wives and children? Logan nods. He worked, yes, but not for us. He worked for his image. He wanted to look like the man who could handle it all. But behind the cameras, it was chaos. He only showed up when the spotlight did. The defense lawyer smirks. So you're saying your father's a liar? Logan looks him dead in the eye. No, I'm saying he's a man who forgot how to tell the truth. A quiet gasp ripples through the audience. The judge looks intrigued, leaning forward. Even the reporters seem frozen, their pens still hovering in midair. The lawyer sits. The judge turns to Kody. Mr. Brown, do you wish to cross-examine your son? Kody hesitates. His voice trembles. No, Your Honor. Christine's heart aches. It's the first time she's seen Kody speechless in years. But Logan isn't done. He clears his throat. I just have one thing left to say. The judge nods. Go ahead. Logan looks straight into the camera, his voice trembling but powerful. To every kid who grew up thinking loyalty means silence, it doesn't. Sometimes, the only way to save your family is to tell the truth. The courtroom bursts into murmurs. Some people clap quietly, others cry. Even the judge's eyes glisten. After court adjourns for the day, the family leaves separately. Christine lingers on the steps, the autumn wind blowing through her hair. Logan joins her. They don't say anything at first. Then Christine whispers, You didn't have to do that, Logan. He shakes his head. Yes, Mom. I did. I saw what it did to you. To all of you. It's time people knew they hugged tightly. A long overdue embrace that feels both healing and heartbreaking. From across the courtyard, Robyn watches, her expression unreadable. She's gripping her phone tightly, too tightly, as if she's hiding something on it. Mary notices, whispering to Janelle. She's still keeping secrets. Janelle frowns. Then maybe it's time those secrets come out too. That night, news stations replay Logan's testimony over and over. Clips flood the internet. Kody Brown's son breaks silence. Christine sits on her couch, exhausted but proud. Her phone buzzes. A message from an unknown number. She hesitates, then opens it. One line appears on the screen. You don't know what Robyn's hiding. Check the account. Christine's eyes widen. What account? She whispers. Cut to Robyn's house. Dimly lit, blinds closed. She's pacing, whispering on the phone. Yes, I still have them. But no one can find out. Not after today. Her voice is low, panicked. She hangs up and deletes the call history, her hands shaking. The next morning, the courtroom fills again. Restless energy everywhere. Robyn sits rigidly, her hands clasped so tight her knuckles are white. Kody leans over to her. What did you do? He whispers harshly. She doesn't answer. Her eyes dart toward Christine, who's staring at her, not with anger, but with suspicion. Then the prosecutor stands. Your Honor, he says. The prosecution calls its next witness, Ms. Robyn Brown. The crowd explodes in murmurs. Christine freezes. Janelle whispers, It's happening. Mary folds her hands, praying silently. Robyn's face drains of color. No, I can't. But the judge's voice is firm. Mrs. Brown, please take the stand. The air thickens. Reporters lean forward. Cameras zoom in. Robyn rises slowly, her heels echoing like thunder as she walks to the front of the courtroom. She looks at Kody one last time. His expression is unreadable, a mixture of fear and fury. She takes the oath, sits down, stares straight ahead. The courtroom feels like a pressure cooker. Every seat is filled. Every breath sounds too loud. And right in the center of it all sits Robyn Brown. Her face pale, her eyes heavy with something between fear and guilt. Kody sits across from her, hands clenched so tight his knuckles have turned white. Christine, Janelle, and Mary watch in silence. The air between them buzzes like static before a storm. The judge clears his throat. Mrs. Brown, you've been called to testify under oath. You understand the consequences of withholding or misrepresenting information? Robyn nods slowly. Yes, Your Honor. The prosecutor approaches her with calm, deliberate steps. Mrs. Brown, he begins, you've been part of the Brown family for over a decade. But in recent years, much has changed. There are questions about loyalty, finances, and hidden motives. Today, we need clarity. So please tell the court, what have you been hiding? Robyn's lips tremble. Her eyes dart toward Kody. He glares back, a silent warning. But something in her face shifts. A flicker of defiance. A decision. She takes a deep breath. And then, in a voice barely above a whisper, she says, it wasn't just love that brought me into this family. It was survival. The room erupts in murmurs. Christine leans forward, her heart pounding. Mary's hand covers her mouth. Even Janelle looks stunned. She's heard every rumor, but this sounds different. The judge bangs the gavel. Order! When the noise dies down, the prosecutor continues softly. Mrs. Brown, what do you mean by survival? Robyn's voice cracks. Before I married Kody, I was drowning in debt. My ex-husband had left me with nothing, not even a home for my kids. And then, Kody appeared. He said God told him to save me. She laughs bitterly through tears. But what he really wanted was someone who'd never challenge him. Kody slams his hand on the table. That's a lie. Mr. Brown, the judge warns. Robyn keeps going, her words now spilling out like water breaking through a dam. He promised me safety, in exchange for loyalty. And when the other wives started questioning him, he made me the messenger. He told me what to say, what to do, who to blame. And I did it. Because I was scared Christine's tears fall silently. Every word feels like a mirror being turned toward her own pain. The prosecutor steps closer. Mrs. Brown, are you saying Mr. Brown manipulated you as well? Robyn nods. Yes. He told me things about Christine, things that weren't true. He said she was poisoning the children against him. He said Janelle was planning to leave and take all the money. He said Mary was jealous and unstable. Her hands shake as she speaks. I believed him. I defended him. I thought I was protecting our family. Christine whispers under her breath, you destroyed it instead. Robyn looks up, eyes full of tears. I know. Then the prosecutor slides a folder across the table. Mrs. Brown, we have evidence of multiple financial transfers. Accounts opened under your name, but funded by joint family money. Care to explain? Robyn's eyes widen. Kody's head snaps toward her. What did you do? She stammers. I didn't mean for it to go this far. Go how far? The prosecutor presses. Robyn exhales shakily. Kody told me to open them. He said it was temporary, just until things settled down. He said the others didn't need to know. Kody jumps to his feet. That's not true. She's twisting everything. But his voice sounds desperate now, no longer commanding, just frightened. The prosecutor turns to the judge. Your Honor, these accounts contain nearly $200,000 in diverted family income. Gasps echo around the courtroom. Christine's face goes pale. Janelle grips the bench to steady herself. Mary whispers, Oh my God. Robyn sobs. I didn't want to. I was scared. He said if I didn't help, he'd leave me too. I thought if I kept him happy, the family would survive. Christine's voice breaks the silence. Robyn, the family was never going to survive his control. Tears stream down Robyn's cheeks. She nods weakly. I see that now. But I was blind back then. Blind and terrified. The judge leans forward. Mrs. Brown, are you saying you acted under duress? Yes, she whispers. I didn't know what I was doing. I was following orders. The prosecutor exchanges a knowing look with his assistant. Your Honor, given this testimony, the prosecution requests that the next witness be called. Someone who can confirm Mrs. Brown's claims. Kody frowns. Who now? The doors open. In walks Peden Brown, Christine's son. Tall, steady, but clearly emotional. Peyton takes the oath and sits beside Robyn, refusing to look at Kody. The prosecutor asks, Mr. Brown, do you know about these secret accounts? Yes, Peyton says. I found out months ago. Christine turns to him, shocked. You knew? He nods, guilt in his eyes. I didn't know how to tell you. I was afraid it would destroy everything. Kody leans forward, glaring. You ungrateful, Peyton cuts him off sharply. Don't. Not this time. The room freezes. The young man's voice carries a mix of pain and fury. You told me men don't cry. You told me family means obedience. But you forgot to mention the part where you only love the ones who agree with you. Kody looks like he's been hit. For the first time, there's no defense left in his eyes. Only regret. Peyton continues, his voice trembling but clear. I saw the messages between you and Robyn, Dad. You said, move the money before Christine asks questions. You said it was for the family's future, but it wasn't. You were planning to leave. With Robyn and everything we'd built together. The courtroom gasps again. Kody's face drains of color. Christine's eyes fill with tears, realizing what she'd always suspected was true. Robyn covers her mouth. Oh God, he told me it was for everyone. The judge looks furious now. Mr. Brown, if these claims are verified, you could face charges of financial deception. Kody's voice cracks. You don't understand. I was trying to protect my family. The judge snaps, by hiding money from them? The silence that follows is deafening. Christine finally stands. Her voice shakes, but carries power. No, Kody. You weren't protecting us. You were protecting your control. And now you've lost it. Tears roll down her face as she turns to Robyn. You were scared. I get that. I was too. But fear doesn't excuse betrayal. Robyn nods through sobs. I know. I'm sorry. Christine takes a deep breath. Don't be sorry for me. Be sorry for yourself. Because now the world sees what we lived through. The judge announces a short recess. Reporters rush outside, already calling it the Brown family bombshell. Inside, Christine sits quietly, staring at her hands. Mary leans over. You okay? Christine whispers. No, but maybe now. I will be. Kody sits alone at his table, his lawyer whispering frantically. Robyn, in tears, whispers to herself, I thought love could fix him. Christine looks up at her. No one can fix someone who refuses to see they're broken. A single tear falls down Robyn's cheek. As court prepares to resume, the prosecutor quietly approaches Christine. There's more, he says. One last piece we need you to hear. Something that ties everything together. Christine frowns. What do you mean? He hands her a small flash drive. It was recovered from Robyn's phone. Christine stares at it. What's on it? He sighs. A recording. From the night Garrison died, Christine's eyes widen. No, that's not possible. The prosecutor nods grimly. It is. And it changes everything. Christine's hands shake as she clutches the drive. Her heart races. Robyn turns pale. Kody looks terrified. The judge re-enters. All rise. The bailiff calls. Everyone stands. And as Christine looks down at that tiny flash drive, holding the secret to everything they've endured, she knows nothing will ever be the same. The air in the courtroom feels colder now, as if the walls themselves are bracing for what's about to come. Christine sits still, staring at the small flash drive in her trembling hand. It looks ordinary, like 1,000 others. But she knows this one holds something different, something final. The judge adjusts his glasses. Miss Brown, are you prepared to proceed? Christine swallows hard. Yes, Your Honor. Her voice barely holds together. The prosecutor connects the flash drive to the laptop at the evidence table. The screen flickers to life. The faint sound of static fills the courtroom speakers. And then, a voice. Kody's voice. You think I'm the bad guy, don't you? You all think I'm the reason the family's falling apart. But one day, you'll see I was the only one trying to hold it together. The room falls dead silent. Every word feels heavy, dripping with self-pity and hidden menace. Robyn closes her eyes, tears welling. Christine grips the edge of her chair. The audio continues. It's a phone recording, time-stamped just days before Garrison's death. He called me a coward. Said I'd abandoned my sons. But what does he know about loyalty? I gave them everything. And what did I get? Disrespect? Kody's tone grows harsher, angrier. There's a loud thud, something hitting the table. If he wants distance, I'll give him distance. He can live his life without me. I'm done trying. The recording cuts briefly, then resumes. A faint voice is heard this time. It's Garrison. You're not done trying, Dad. You're done pretending. You always said family comes first, but you only meant your version of family. There's silence. Then Kody's voice again. Quieter? Sharper? You don't know what you're saying. Garrison's reply is soft. Heartbroken? No, Dad. You don't know how to love. And then, the sound of a door slamming. Christine's entire body shakes. Tears stream down her face. Robyn hides her face in her hands, whispering, "Oh God." The judge signals to pause the recording. The courtroom sits frozen, every person trapped in a storm of shock and sorrow. After a long silence, the prosecutor speaks softly. There's more, Your Honor. The judge nods gravely. Continue. The static returns. Another clip begins. This time, it's Robyn's voice. A voicemail, dated the same night. Her tone is panicked. Kody, please call me back. I just talked to Christine. She's worried about the kids. You can't just cut them off like this. Please, for once, just listen. Her voice cracks. They need their father. There's a click, then Kody's voice again. Cold, controlled. I'm done being blamed for everything. Maybe when I'm gone, they'll understand what they lost. Christine gasps. It's the first time she's hearing this. The last exchange before tragedy struck. The judge clears his throat, visibly shaken. Is there any more to this recording? The prosecutor hesitates. Yes, one last file. But it's not a call. It's a voice memo, recorded automatically on Robyn's phone the night of the incident. Robyn's face drains of color. No, she whispers. Please, don't play that one. But the judge nods. We have to. The audio begins. Soft rain can be heard in the background, tapping against glass. Robyn's voice is faint. Kody, stop. Please don't go there. You're angry. Just stay here. We'll figure this out tomorrow. Kody's voice, distant. He needs to understand what happens when you turn your back on me. Christine's hands fly to her mouth. Tears blur her vision. The sound of footsteps, a car door slamming, and then silence. Only the rain continues, steady and relentless. And then, a single, quiet sob. The courtroom is completely still. No one breathes. Robyn shakes uncontrollably. I didn't mean for it to record. I thought he'd calm down. Her voice breaks. I didn't know he was going to see Garrison that night. Christine whispers, You didn't stop him. Robyn looks at her with red, swollen eyes. Would you have believed me if I tried? The judge finally speaks. This court will recess for 10 minutes. Everyone stands in stunned silence. Christine doesn't move. Her mind replays every word of that recording. Every moment of anger, every warning ignored. She remembers Garrison's laughter, and the last time she heard his voice. Mary quietly places a hand on her shoulder. He can't run from this anymore. Christine looks up, tears streaming. He already did. Outside the courtroom, the media swarms. Headlines flash. Sister wives scandal. Secret recording exposes Kody's final words. Inside, Kody sits alone at the defense table, staring into nothing. His face is pale, his eyes empty. His lawyer whispers, We can appeal this. We can explain. But Kody doesn't respond. He just whispers, I never wanted this. Robyn, sitting a few feet away, looks at him, the man she once believed in, and realizes he's not the same anymore. The bailiff announces, Court will reconvene. Everyone returns to their seats. The judge's face is unreadable, but his tone is firm. This recording has provided crucial evidence of emotional coercion, neglect, and possible criminal negligence. The court will continue reviewing testimonies related to the events of that night. Christine exhales shakily, whispering to herself, "It's over." But then the prosecutor stands again. "Your Honor, before we move to closing arguments, there's one more witness. Someone who came forward just this morning." Christine frowns. "Who?" The courtroom doors open. A woman walks in, nervous, clutching her purse. Her name echoes across the room as the bailiff announces it. "Aurelie Brown." Robyn gasps. "Oh my God." Christine blinks in disbelief. "Who is that?" The prosecutor looks at the judge. "Mr. Brown's former acquaintance. She claims to have information about that night and Kody's plans before he left the house." Kody's jaw tightens. No, she's lying." But Aurelie steps forward, her voice shaking. "I'm not lying, Kody. You called me that night. You said you couldn't take it anymore. You said someone was going to get hurt." The room explodes in whispers. Christine's mouth falls open. Robyn covers her face, sobbing. Kody's eyes widen. The first flicker of real fear anyone has seen from him all day.